Hello, everybody. Hi. It's Katie. I'm starting this vlog really late, but it's okay. We're at Universal, the very first day that there's annual pass holder previews. I'm wearing my Shrek ears. We just rode Spider-Man. I work tonight, but it's okay. So I thought it'd be fun to document this. We just did Spider-Man. Did not think this through, but the glasses fogged up with the mask. So breathe through your nose. That's my suggestion there. But I shall keep you posted as the day goes on. It's a little rest area over there where you can take off your mask, which is really interesting. It's not too busy. I'm not quite sure what capacity, thank you. I'm not quite sure what capacity they're having it, so we shall see. Aww, there's the conductor. Aww. Aww. Wow, it's not that busy in here at all. There's Hagrid. Wow, jeez Louise, it's dead in here. Go to school. Wow. So, Star Wars land. Not that busy. Can't wait to get myself some green milk. There's like nobody here. I like that. There's like nobody here. That's crazy. Dang. What is that? Okay, we're on the virtual queue for Hagrid. Here we go. There's the conductor again. Go. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. We have to go get our lockers. We just got off Hagrid's. I have the nice windblown look. They let us ride twice because it broke down the first time. It like stopped at one point where we were supposed to launch, and then the sound just wasn't going for the rest of the ride. So we got to go on it again, which was sick. So now we're gonna get some butterbeer and just kind of walk around. And it's really not that busy. You can see. It's kind of busy over here now actually, but it's not that bad. I got butterbeer. That's the new Jurassic Park roller coaster. It looks sick. There's Hogwarts. I mean, the Death Star.
All of the things I do. I like the view.
You do?
Yes.
You're my best view.
Me.
Yo, where's Dr. Seeker?
Let's go get that dino.
Where's Dr. Seeker? There's so many dinos, but there's no Seeker. It's not.
No. You're swinging.
You can go on that, but it's not done yet.
The last dandelion.
The last dandelion. Oh, look at.
Ow!
There's a cute dog over here. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. He's so cute. I love him. Okay. Spider-Man's gonna leave in just a minute.
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's so cute.
Sorry, I screamed that so loud.
The train! The train! This is not the train. This is the ride. This is the command. So they're making us wash our hands. They give us hand sanitizer over there before we get on all the rides. Okay, I'll go on it with you. Sorry, Miranda. Is that okay, Miranda?
Have no fear of this mess.
Woohoo! Said the catwalk hat.
I always pick up my PlayStation, so I will show you another freak show.
We just stopped. Oh no!
Always pick up my playthings, and so
I want to go on the train.
Well, what would you do if your mother asked you?
Katie, what would you do if your mother asked you? That's okay, you don't have to answer. Look at it, it's a Trump tree!
Oh my god, I'm there.
It feels like a normal park day.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it feels like it's like a light crowd day, but it doesn't feel like less capacity than what's normal.
Man.
Thank you. I'm trying to film something.
Chicken nugget.
Oh my god.
What is this? Is it for a train?
So yeah, it seems like a normal, look at this. It seems just like a normal park day with people wearing masks. But the lines aren't too bad. It's like a normal day. It's weird. Also, since I work tonight, I got myself a pumpkin juice to have later, and I haven't tried it before, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, so it's pretty crowded. Like, my mask is falling down too, but it's pretty crowded. It's kind of interesting. There's Popeye and olive oil. I don't know. EC is a 60-minute wait, and there's no more virtual queues in place. So we have 2 for green guts that we're gonna do now. We're gonna grab some food first. But yeah, we're currently heading to Universal from Islands. Like I said, pretty crowded, but it's okay. We're gonna get through this. Oh, Miranda. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Having a great time.
We're having a great time. The masks, it's a little hot, but we're getting through.
We're getting through it.
We're getting through. It's not that big of a deal. They're fine on the rides too, I would say. They weren't really bothering me. Spider-Man was the only one where it fogged up, but other than that, it's fine. I don't know if I said we rode Hagrid's twice because it broke down the first time, and that was kind of terrifying, but it was fun. It's a little hot now. Okie dokie, bye. I found something that is not a want, but a need, and it is these Shrek babies. I need them. Just casual. It's casual. It's casual. It's casual. Hello. There's Betty Boop. It's casual. There's dogs over here. It's a bunny. They're so cute. It doesn't look that busy in here. There's the dragon. Spooky.
How many cameras do you just have? What's that? What? All right, we'll do that.
Y'all kidding me? Y'all kidding me? We're going in! It's SpongeBob! It's SpongeBob! Oh my gosh!
You ready?
Go! Oh my gosh, go hashtag! Woo! Woo! There's the mummy. Boom. We just rode the mummy. Now we're going to go to Green Guts. That lady's wearing a face shield. Anyways, we're going to see if Green Guts, we have a virtual queue for Green Guts. I have to work, so we're going to see how long the queue is. The mummy wasn't that bad. It was like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. The lines look really long because you have the social distancing, which is really nice because no one's standing right on my back in line, so I'm all for it. But we're going to see how long Green Guts is. We're in Star Wars land right now. Oh yeah, I don't know if it's gonna breathe fire. Yeah, they're still doing the water effects, but they said they weren't, so I don't know. I'm not complaining though. The mummy still had fire. Ah! Every time! Bye. We're going on Green Guts. Green Guts. I don't think they're playing the pre-shows. Okay, we're going downstairs. So we're walking right through. We're not going on any of the pre-shows. No, it's not an elevator. Did you not know that, you dumb butt? You probably can't see anything, it's too dark, but we're walking right through the elevator. Hello. It's filtered, Emily, because I look like a train wreck and I need the filter. So I just wanted to kind of go over how the Universal process worked, basically. So you walk in, they do the temperature screening. It's just like how you would go to City Walk before the park opened itself. If you went to City Walk, temperature screening, I believe it's 100.4, and they don't let you in, but I don't know if they're the same as Disney where you can rest a little bit and try again a couple minutes after. I did not see a place to do that, but I'm not sure if they do that somewhere else. So that's something to consider. Face masks are required. I would suggest bringing 2 face masks if you could. I got this really cute one off of Etsy, this ET one, and I also got a Lorex one as well. Would definitely recommend bringing 2, especially if you're going to be there all day. The security screenings were totally normal, just you had to do the 6 feet distance. That's the only difference, but everything else was the same there. And then you go to the park. I'm not sure if they're doing the fingerprints. Don't think so, but I don't know. They did not do that for us, but we used a different ticket system to enter the park. We had paper tickets, and then they scanned our passes, so I don't know. It was a reservation system today for the pass preview, but I believe it's first come, first serve when the parks do open to the public this Sunday. And I'm going to be going this Sunday, and I'll try and vlog too and see if there's any differences. We got there at 8, well, they told us to get there at 8:45. The park did not open till 9. Now, I'm going to stress, this happened for us. I cannot guarantee this will happen for everybody, but this did happen for us, and I would still suggest doing it. With the virtual queue system that they have in place, you are able to join the virtual queue when the park opens. The park opens at 9. We were not in the park yet at 9 o'clock. We were still waiting to get in line, but they were letting us into the turnstiles. At 9 o'clock, we were able to hop on there and grab a virtual queue place for Hagrid's. They are half-an-hour increments and open for all of the attractions, not just Hagrid's too. They're half-an-hour increments, and it's not like My Disney Experience where you have to say each guest that's going. You just say 3 people, Hagrid's, this time, boom, you got it. So that's how it worked. You're able to do multiple. You're able to do 2 at once. You just can't have any overlapping times. And so I got 2, Miranda got 2, and Katie got 2 basically. Also, with the virtual queues, something I will note, they are really great, but when they work, it's just like if you don't have a virtual pass, just like the boarding groups at Rise of the Resistance, if you do not have one, you can't go on the rides. And it was weird because the Mummy was on and off throughout the day, but if it was like the big rides, except for like E.T., I don't think Popeyes, I don't think the Ripsaw Falls ride, Cat in the Hat was not, the little Cat in the Hat rides were not a part of it. Pretty much like all of the little, not intense rides, or not as popular rides were not a part of the virtual queue system. But like I said, if you don't have a pass, you're not going on the ride. And those went by really quick. By like 10 o'clock, there were no more passes at all for us to grab. So that was a big disadvantage for sure. And once I feel like they started to reopen every hour, so I would check on the hour, every half hour, something like that, because they were getting released throughout the day. But like I said, worked really well when it did work, so it's just going to kind of be like the waiting game to see how it works once the parks do reopen there, but it was a great feature, for sure. As for the queues for the rides with the social distancing, they're very, very clearly labeled, so you know where to stand. The only ones that kind of caused some confusion were basically like the Mummy and some of them where there's a lot of dark spaces and also a lot of turns to go through, so you can't really see past the corner, and so the person in front of us would go and they didn't realize the person in front of them had to stop, so they were kind of like in awkwardly in between us and the person in front of us, in between that 6-foot rule, if that makes sense. So it was a little confusing there. And as for like outside of the parks, just walking around, it was so crowded. There was like no spaces, there was no sense of direction as to how to keep your distance, anything like that. So that was something, I mean, not too much of a concern for me. If you're just kind of worried about things like that, I will note that, but I don't think there was a capacity. I honestly don't think there was a capacity. I don't know. So we did Spider-Man right away. We noticed that was the first ride. They're doing hand sanitizers at every ride right before you board. There's a cast member, a team member who has like the hand sanitizer and just gives you some hand sanitizer. You go on the ride. Spider-Man, Mummy, Not too many of the roller coasters, but like those rides where it's like kind of like a big car, they're sitting every other row, and there's also no single riders. We were a group of 3, no single riders, just us 3 in the row where you could fit 4 or 5 people. Same thing with Hagrid's. There were 3 of us, so 1 got sidecar, 1 got motorbike, and then I got motorbike. Nobody sat in the sidecar. So kind of nice because you don't have to sit with some stranger, and I have social anxiety. I will also say one of the other inconveniences, kind of like not a major thing, but just something to note. If you wanted to do the lockers, there is sometimes a pretty long line for the lockers. Now, long line meaning there's a long line, but it's really not that long because social distancing, you have to stand 6 feet away from everybody, so it's really not that bad. And a lot of the lines look really long, but they go by pretty quick, so I will say that. But for the lockers, they can only let in like 2 people at a time, so what I would say is if you don't mind waiting, go ahead for it. Otherwise, bring a fanny pack because most of the attractions you can bring a fanny pack on, or just bring a backpack. That way you can keep a water bottle and everything like that too. There's pros and cons to either way, but I just wanted to note that as well. Sanitizing as well. With the sanitizing, like I said, hand sanitizer before going on all of the attractions, but I did not notice like hand sanitizing after every single ride. I'd never noticed any ride getting washed down or anything like that after guests have rode it. Granted, I don't know what I'm seeing. There could be things going on behind the scenes I don't know about. So there's that. Bring wipes or something like that. I know Target and like Walmart have the travel size wipes. They're probably hard to get right now, but if you can get some, bring some, you know. And that's pretty much it for that. They're still doing the water effects, even though they said they weren't. There were still water effects like on Spider-Man and the Mummy. There's still the fire. Green Gots had the fire. Not the fire, they do the water. But yeah, so there's something to note too if you wanted to know about the sanitizing process. Again, could be different. That was just today. And then as for the 3D glasses for the attractions, I know Disney's are a little bit like built differently, but for the attractions that we went on today, our glasses did make our mask did make the glasses fog up. So what I would do is I would put my mask like all the way up to like the top of my nose, and then put my glasses on above that. And then I would try to breathe through my nose because when you breathe through your mouth, that's what made it fog up. So you can do that. It worked. Otherwise, you can enjoy the attractions with foggy glasses like what I just did with Green Gots. So also, characters. Also very, very important. With the characters, it's still, you can still take photos with them. They have like a little set stage like Spider-Man and Beetlejuice had little stages, and then there's little markers for you to stand on, and you could take selfies with them. Well, not like them in the background, but you're in, yeah. Or you could have someone take the photo of you with them. Transformers were still meeting as normal because they kind of already have a distance meet and greet. SpongeBob was a little awkward because they were all just like in their little floats and just kind of hanging around just waving at people, so that was a little awkward. Shrek had a little stand. I'll overlap photos as well. Shrek had a little stand. You stand there, take a photo with him and Fiona. Same thing with Donkey too. So it was pretty interesting. Olive Oil and Popeye, the night bus driver, the conductor at Hogwarts, they all had face masks on. Same thing with the Frog Choir too, so that was kind of interesting. But really, I understand, so like cool. So it's kind of interesting. We'll see if Disney does the same thing. Also, the lines for food were pretty long too. I just got a pretzel because the lines were crazy busy. Granted, we did go around prime lunchtime, like noon, but the lines were still pretty long. Okay, I don't know if it was social distancing because the lines for all the attractions went by super quick because of the virtual queue. But with the restaurants, even with mobile ordering, you still have to wait in that line anyways. So, and with the mobile ordering on the app, you don't get your annual pass discount. So there's that. But that's something to note as well too. I would definitely suggest going during those off lunch times, earlier or before the average time people go and get lunch, because it was insane. Like, I was planning on eating there because they have really good chicken nuggets and cheese fries, but no, I was stuck getting McDonald's on my way home and just got a pretzel, and I also got butterbeer, but you know, first world problems. Also, I like to commemorate certain events with pins, so the last day that Epcot was open, I was there that morning and grabbed a Figment pin just to kind of remember that whole experience. So I did the same thing at Universal. I bought this cute little E.T. pin today, Tim with like stuffed animals, and got this to commemorate today being back for the first time after all of this craziness. So I will do the same thing at the Disney parks once we're back at those, but I thought I wanted to show him because he's so cute. That's all. that's pretty much all I can think of right now as things that you should know ahead of time. Like I said, we're gonna go back again Sunday. It's gonna be first come first serve, so I don't know if I'm going to actually be in the park, but we're also trying again on Monday too, so we'll just play it by ear. If I am going Sunday as well as Monday, I will definitely vlog and note any differences there. But that's about it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I'm able to do this again at Disney really soon because I miss the parks, and apparently I vlog more at Universal than I do at Disney, so. But yes, expect some vlogs soon. This is fun. This is content. I hope you guys enjoy this. But yeah, I hope you have a great week and a magical day, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!